Frontline operates in the test, interoperability and certification marketplace, and I'm talking to CEO David Bean. David, tell me a little bit about the part that Frontline can play in the rollout of the Internet of Things.
So as the Internet of Things continues to grow exponentially in multiple aspects of the market, our objective as an organization is to make sure that when you try to use your Internet of Things type device, whether it be a wearable device, home automation, connected car, that it works and it works seamlessly. How do we do that? We offer the state-of-the-art test equipment to really test different aspects of the product, whether it be the implementation or the quality of the product. We also offer a services organization that can help you through the development lifecycle of your product and all the way out to launch and post-production support after launch of that specific product.
So your focus is on the connectivity aspects of these
Correct.
devices. Yeah, it
Correct.
works across a range of technologies?
So our focus is from a technology perspective, our Bluetooth low energy. We see those two being really the catalyst for the Internet of Things. We also help out in the NFC space, Wi-Fi, and USB. Those are the main catalysts and technologies that we're really leverage. We also are starting to do more and more in the cellular space, specifically when it comes to the connected car itself, and how more and more cars are utilizing cellular modems inside the car to actually get to the cloud.
I believe the automotive sector has become increasingly important for Frontline over the last few years.
That is correct. Yeah. We see the automotive sector is becoming more of a consumer electronic experience. People are making buying decisions when they purchase a new car based on the technology that's available to the consumer in the automobile. And with all that technology in there, the consumer wants to make sure it works. So automobile OEMs are relying on people like Frontline to ensure that when they launch a new product with a lot of high-tech new technology, that it works effectively for the user.
It's a complex process, isn't it? Because you already have a very complex device in the car, and you're meshing it with consumer electronics devices, i.e. smartphones, tablets, etc., that have a very different timescale for their development processes to the car. So this is a challenge, I'm sure.
It's a huge challenge. It's a huge issue for the automotive industry. I mean, the culture that exists in that consumer electronics space is completely different than the culture that exists in the automotive industry, right? You know, you have a development life cycle that's multiple years, 5, 7 years in the automotive space. In the consumer space, it's 18 months.
Sure.
Right? And so once you put a new technology in the car, automobile OEMs have to support that for 10 years.
And the roads haven't all been completely smooth so far, have we? I know that JD Power has been highlighting the fact that connectivity in cars is still an issue that troubles a lot of consumers.
Correct, and JD Power continues to highlight that as an issue.
Yeah.
And OEMs are working aggressively to try to fix that. And Frontline believes that we have the right skill set, the right tools, and the right products to help car OEMs improve their JD Power Associates survey results, i.e. by improving the quality of their product.
So I understand that within the Internet of Things, mesh networking is playing quite an important role. How are things in that area, David?
Yeah, I think that's a great question. So the Zigbee Alliance 802.15.4 really have had mesh networking technology out for a while, used in industrial type applications. The interesting thing is, a couple of years ago, CSR was able to prove out that you could bring mesh networking to the Bluetooth space. And I think that's a huge game changer for the ecosystem, because Bluetooth resides in the smartphone. And since Bluetooth resides in the smartphone, you now have the ability to do mesh networking with a gateway that's in your hand. So I think you'll see more and more of those use cases out there where consumers will be able to control mesh network with a device that they just don't let go of, and that's their smartphone or tablet. And so Frontline has developed a new tool called our Comprobe Sodera, really to help developers effectively debug a mesh network topology.
I suppose your background in Bluetooth is particularly helpful there. I mean, Bluetooth is a player in mesh networking, and it's a very important player in the handset marketplace. Do you think that presence in the handsets gives Bluetooth a very strong possibility of possibly even dominating the mesh market?
Correct. I think it does,
yeah.
Right? Because it has that pedigree of being in the smartphone, and it's got the attributes from a technology perspective to have the right power the power strength, but also the battery life that's needed for it to have long life and allow people to adopt it aggressively in their home automation or other type network applications.
And it's pretty unlikely that Zigbee would ever be able to challenge Bluetooth's position in the handset. That's just not going to happen, is it?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I feel pretty confident in that. Right? I could be proved wrong, but I think handset vendors, you know, 7, 8, 9 years ago tried to get Zigbee into the handset, and they just didn't see the business case or find the footprint or be willing to pay for the cost to get it into the handset. So I don't see a compelling case today for a handset OEM to put Zigbee, a Zigbee module or 802.15.4 module in an actual handset.
Okay. And do you think that connectivity is going to continue to underpin development in the IoT for the foreseeable future?
Absolutely. I think connectivity and the ability to really develop connectivity type applications in a very trivial manner is going to be the catalyst that's going to really drive these internet type think applications. I don't see a big catalyst, one use case that's going to be the silver bullet that really floods the market forward. I think it's going to be a lot of simple, small applications. I mean, I've seen the simple applications from the sports with health fitness applications to, you know, smart water bottles, smart thermostats, smart garage door openers, smart door locks, you name it. I think it's going to be a lot of different unique applications that are going to deliver the value add to the consumer.
And I guess with all of this development going on, there's good business potential for a company operating in test and interoperability in that sector. Correct.
I mean, one of the biggest threats, regardless of Frontline or not, is to make sure the stuff works well.
Yes.
If
the user experience is everything.
If the user experience isn't seamless for, you know, our grandmothers or our parents or our family members that are trying to use these applications, the Internet of Things is going to have a black eye, and then we'll all pay for that. So Frontline's mission and objective is to ensure that the end users have a seamless experience when they take that product out of the box and try to use it.
Well, good luck with that, David.
All right. Thank you, Vince. Pleasure being here today.